Good evening, guys, and welcome to Around the NBA Playoff Edition, presented by your favorite, The Ultimate Sports Show. I'm your host, Medina K, along with my two fabulous co hosts, Aaron and Manny. What's up, guys? How y'all doing tonight?
Oh,
Feeling
it's
good after that win. Feeling good.
you
Oh,
know
yeah,
what?
I
I'm
can
feeling
see
I'm
that.
feeling great. First of all, good to have you guys back. Good to be back.
It's good to
It's
have
my
you back, Aaron. We missed you
Missed you
on the
guys.
show.
Absolutely.
it's been a little bit, but never tune away from the NBA. It's hard to get away from all these great playoff games that we've been seeing, guys. It's
Right?
been awesome.
Hey, but Aaron, you're a true fan. You've still been keeping up with all these games, even when you were in Seattle and Canada and all of that. So,
All over around the world.
and you were even watching our show, supporting us in the comments, even when you
Always.
couldn't even be there. So we appreciate that, Aaron.
Always shout out to Aaron.
Always.
Yes, I love my team so much, guys. All right, so I'm gonna get into it, guys.
Yeah.
We had the Heat versus Knicks today. The Heat took a 3-1 lead up against the Knicks. And guess what? The Lakers took a 3-1 lead tonight themselves.
You already
How
know.
amazing is that? Oh my God. Like all of our predictions are coming true, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start off with what's the hype right now. We'll talk about the Lakers and the Warriors first. That was one heck of a game. I was literally biting my nails the entire time. There wasn't a moment where I could be like, okay, I'm at peace right now. No, this game was back and forth. Both teams were playing kind of weird in that first quarter. In that second quarter, we saw the Lakers finally come back to life along with the Warriors. That third quarter was a test. We thought we kind of lost the handle, our handle on the ball that game. A lot of people were starting to doubt that we were going to win, but we showed up in the fourth quarter. Shout out to my man's AD, LeBron, for coming through with 27 tonight. And most importantly, guys, you guys already know who I'm going to say. Lonnie Walker. My
Mm-hmm.
God, we could
Absolutely.
not have won game 4 without number 4 tonight. I'm going to let y'all take it on from here. What do you guys have to say about this game tonight?
Well, I'll knock mine out because I know Manny will give us the full. Manny will give us the stat breakdown, but I'll keep it short and simple. Um, Guys, I mean, honestly, I thought tonight's game. Um, first of all, I'm gonna give credit where credit is obviously due. Shout out to the Warriors. Shout out to Steve Kerr for making adjustments because starting Gary Payton completely changed that whole atmosphere of the Laker defense today. Um, a lot of the scenarios that you see, obviously, in the game tonight, Lakers gave up a lot of points in the paint. Obviously, as far as I know, before halftime, the Lakers gave up over 30 points in the paint to the Warriors. Now,
Mhm.
like on paper, you would think, okay, great, like you're forcing. Okay, the Warriors are throwing something new at you, right? So your first thing to do is adjust. Okay, they're spreading everybody out now. So now Davis has to come out, guard the pick and roll, guard off a screen and roll action, something he hasn't been doing. He has to go out more. So that means the paint's wide open. Paint is open more or easier for the Warriors to go attack the rim. I thought the Lakers weren't adapting their defense to exactly the way the Warriors wanted to play. I felt like obviously Curry went off tonight with his triple double. That can't happen. Obviously, I think from an overall aspect of this game, Lakers could do a lot better on the defensive end. Um, I think you're gonna expect Steve Kerr to try and throw something else at the Lakers, and I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. I mean, I don't think you'd both be surprised either. I think I think by throwing the small guards out there and basically having your center as Draymond Green, opened it up for them. But also, Lakers are gonna figure that out too as well. So I don't know how much more the Warriors are really going to throw at them. Started Jamichael Green the last game. We saw how that worked out for them. Um, at this point, you're up 3-1. Obviously, job's not done. They still have work to do. It's a game by game by game basis. But definitely, I thought the Lakers could have done a lot better on the defensive end tonight. I wasn't satisfied with them. They gave up still too many points in the paint. Davis was not there in the fourth quarter. But obviously, shout out to Lonnie Walker. He stepped up. Basically, all those points that Davis should have had in the fourth quarter, they decided, screw it. We're going to give it to the hot hand. That was him. Shout out to Lonnie Walker today. Shout out to Darvin Ham, trusting your guys, letting the hot guys stay in that are shooting the ball well. Obviously, his defense and the way he played was fantastic. And obviously, shout out to Davis at the end of the game guarding Curry. That's a hell of a matchup.
Yeah, it's like you guys said, Lonnie Walker saved us that game. In the fourth quarter, he just came alive. He literally played 27 minutes, had 15 points, had 3 rebounds, and he was just like insane. But if there's one guy I want to talk about as well, Anthony Davis. That's another guy I got to talk about. Defensively, he was out of his mind tonight. And all those doubters that said he wasn't going to bounce, he wasn't going to play good in that even, because people say like odd games he plays good, but even games he doesn't play well. It was an even game, and he played well. 23 points and 50 rebounds, but defensively he was so amazing. But one thing I got to give credit for the Lakers, and you guys didn't talk about, 3-point shooting. We ended up literally keeping the Warriors at 29% from 3. We defended the 3 amazing tonight. And that's what you got to do when you play the Warriors, because the Warriors, we know they like to shoot their threes, they like to make their threes, but that's how you beat them. If we keep defending the 3 the way we do, I have no doubt in our mind, you guys, that we're going to close it out on Wednesday night. But obviously, I got to give the Warriors credit too, because they kept us from shooting threes as well. We only made 24 of our threes, but I got to give a shout out to Steph Curry, honestly. Steph Curry played amazing tonight. Didn't shoot well from 3, but he had a triple-double. I never thought I would ever see the day that Steph Curry would would make a triple-double. He had 31 points, 14 assists, and 10 rebounds. Crazy stuff from Curry. But in the end of the day, we got the W, so I'm not complaining. I'm just hoping we close it out Wednesday night. And if we keep on holding the Warriors down to 30% from 3, I have no doubt in my mind it's going to happen.
I was just going to say, too, Klay Thompson. Can't forget about him either. Made him go 3 for 9. 3 for
Amazing.
11 total in the game. You know, the defense wasn't the prettiest inside the paint, but Manny, like you said, obviously they did great. They stopped their 2 big threats, really. You stop those 2. You stop Klay and Steph from attacking the 3-point line. Obviously there was a ridiculous foul at the end, thanks to Scott Foster at the end of that in the fourth quarter. But primarily, though, I had to throw that out there. Stopping Klay, stopping Steph, making them go inside the paint. I'll take that any day.
Yes. And just real quick here, guys, I want to give a shout out to their username on Twitter is dc4lcustomtees.com. They made this amazing shirt for me, custom made, my decoy Anthony Davis. They know how much I love AD. So check out their page, guys. Love this shirt. You're going to see me wearing their gear a lot more on the show. But with that being said, shout out to AD. He showed up in the first half with 19 points. Couldn't have been prouder. Wish I could have seen a little bit more from him in the second half, but you know what? As long as he's alive on the defensive end and some of our other guys are hot, that's their name by DC4. If you guys want to go follow them on Twitter, they have some awesome gears. Check it out. But anyways, like I was saying, AD, man, like he just came to life. He showed up. He shut those haters up. I mean, I couldn't ask for more. I'm so happy for him. If anything, honestly, like I want to give Warriors credit too, because they played one heck of a game. You guys kind of already touched on this, and I just want to say briefly, the Warriors are a great team. They had a blowout game. We had a blowout game. our guys made adjustments, their guys made adjustments, and they did great. Which is why this game was so close tonight. I just feel like, they came very close to winning it tonight, but thankfully our team was just the better team. Honestly speaking here, guys, I do think we are gonna win. I'm still gonna say Lakers in 6. I think that we are probably gonna lose our next game just because it's gonna be at the Warriors' home. But I think we're gonna come out stronger after that game. I think the Lakers will just have like that other wake up call that they need to finally just take over and win. I mean, that comes with losing comes with part of saying Lakers in 6, so we have to prepare ourselves for that. So as long as we're trying, the way we played tonight could have been a little bit better, like Aaron said. But as long as we play and our guys are not taking like rough three pointers, that's it's a little criticism towards LeBron here. Kind of disappointed in the way he shot his threes tonight. Really, really did not like that because when we're that close, the best thing our guys can do is just drive it into the paint. Get that foul, get those free throw shots, and win this game. Don't settle for 3-pointers. We're not that team. We're not the team. We're not the Warriors. That's not how we play our game. We take our ball inside the paint and we win this game. And thankfully Lonnie Walker showed up tonight because I honest to God don't believe we would have won this game without him. So I'm very happy with the outcome. Hopefully we come out stronger next game. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we win next game, but if not, for sure the game after that, we're definitely going to take it all. I am just incredibly happy that we were able to shut out Steph and Klay tonight. Steph still played amazing. Even if he wasn't making his 3-pointers, that guy knows how to show up still. And yeah, he made a couple mistakes too tonight, but man, he carried the Warriors this far. Like without him, like man, the Warriors, I think they would have had like another blown out game, to be honest with you. But man, that guy's something else. Credit where credit is due. Steph is amazing, but our team is just the better team, and I'm happy that we got this win tonight, guys.
When you go
Hey.
20 for 20 from the free throw line, you deserve to win the game. That's impressive.
Heck yeah.
I mentioned
Heck
that
yeah.
to you, Aaron, on FaceTime. How big is that the Lakers made all their free throws? That's huge.
That's why they're free. You take them. You can't. This is the time of the year, like when obviously we've heard it. You heard it a lot from majority of all the coaches that have been participating in the playoffs this year. They said, look, this is the time where one free throw, if you have to, even if it's just a 3-point possession, that one shot could be to tie your game, could make a difference. Obviously, you're seeing it a lot more right now. The Lakers have something going with attacking the rim and getting fouled. Obviously, when you go 20 for 20 for the game for the free throws, all 20 attempts you've made, everything counts. And just like Kobe was saying in the comments too, look, every point, every turnover. Like, you have to be so smart in the playoffs because just one wrong thing can just completely turn the direction. And the Lakers took advantage of that because the Warriors in the last 2 minutes of the game turned the ball over, had three illegal screens in the game, and then Curry turning the ball over and trying to challenge it at the end, saying that, I didn't touch the ball and it should be my ball. It just proves to show, Medina, that like these kind of moments happen in the game, and you have to take advantage of the mistakes that the other team makes, and you have to just say, look, one game at a time mentality. You got to make your free throws. You got to attack the basket. You got to take advantage of size matches up.
Yeah, most definitely, Aaron. I'm just
Very true.
I'm just so proud of our team tonight.
Same here.
So happy for this win. But you know what, guys? Not only did the Lakers go up 3-1 tonight, but the Heat, man, let's talk about them for a second. They took it up 3-1 tonight against the Knicks. I'm kind of sad about that because my prediction was, I believe I said Heat in 6 or 7. What do you guys think is going to happen from here on out? Do you guys think the Knicks are going to come back and take the next game, or do you think it's done? It's a done deal from here. Heat have this locked in. They have it all we have to do is just win one more game, and that's it. They're in the next round. Do you guys think they're gonna take it next game? How do you feel? What do you guys think from what you've been seeing from this series in particular?
Well, I put up a poll. We have a poll that was put up, and we asked everybody, do the Knicks make this a 7-game series, or does Miami closes out in 5 games? And about 66% people say Heat closes out in Game 5. Um,
I was part of
I
the other
think,
percentage. I
right,
have
well,
hope in the Knicks
I mean,
still.
I
it
said that he
counts.
would close out in 5.
Every vote counts, and I did this for everybody. Shout out to everybody else that obviously voted as well and gave us your opinions. We appreciate it. Um, honestly, guys, I mean, you remember like right when the series was starting, I'm a huge bully. I was a huge believer in the Knicks, obviously, because I give credit to Julius Randle. Obviously, when he's healthy, he's a beast and he's dominant. And with Derrick Rose and Tibbs have something going over there. Um, did I really expect Miami necessarily to just completely take the lead in the series? Yes and no. Because I said, look, if you're underperforming and the Knicks are making their shots, making smart decisions here, obviously in their game as well, turnovers are everything. And they only still turned it over 17 times in the game. And they scored at least 22 points off of turnovers. The Heat did. Like we were saying in the other game, the turnovers just matter. I think the Knicks been very sloppy with the ball. Their ball is sticking a lot with them. They're not moving it around. When they're at their best, getting Randall involved. Randall's kind of the Anthony Davis for that team. As long as he's passing it around, orchestrating the offense here, they click and their offense will go. They're not really a three. They're not necessarily just the 3-and-D, but when their shots aren't falling, it's like they just completely shut down. It feels like watching them even in this game. They only lost by 8. They losing 109 to 101. It's not like you necessarily got your butts handed to you. But it's the little things. It's these little moments in this game right here that you have to say, look, obviously it's extremely hard for a team to come back down 3-1. The last team I believe that did that was the Thunder. Thunder came back. They were down 3-1 in the series. Forgot who they were playing, and I think they mentioned this in the game. Thunder was down 3-1, came back and won the series. It's extremely hard to do that. It's extremely hard when you're playing against Jimmy Butler and just Adebayo and who they have. Obviously, Kevin Love's been decent on the defensive end, and just what their team has, just who they have, and they're a lot of people don't realize they're without Tyler Hero too. That dude is like that dude was their bread and butter during the bubble and basically all of last year too. He's a huge piece of that team. I think when the Heat's clicking, they're clicking, and they're taking advantage of this opportunity. It's extremely hard to come back from 3-1. I stuck with the Knicks. I'm just gonna stay where I'm at, and I think that there's always a chance, but it's extremely hard to do it. And it may be too late for the Knicks to pull this one off.
I agree, Aaron. There's no way that the Knicks come back and win this series. The Heat wanted more. Me and Medina were talking about it in our last show.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Butler is just on a mission. This guy in the playoffs is just something else. Again today, he had 27 points again today. He had 10 assists, six rebounds. Bam Adebayo was an anchor on defense. Kevin Love, as you said, has been an anchor on defense. Max Strus has been shooting a bunch of threes and making a lot of them. And Duncan Robinson has actually been playing pretty well as of late. I mean, tonight he didn't play the best game, but he's actually been playing pretty well, even though his contract isn't the best in the world. But honestly, the Knicks have been okay. I mean, mind you, they only won one game in this series, but they've been okay. Like Julius Randle had 20 points and 9 rebounds. Jalen Brunson had a great game. RJ Barrett had 24 points and 5 from 3. But the thing is, the Heat just wanted more. And I'd be so happy to see a rematch of the bubble Imagine, guys, we get Lakers versus Heat in the NBA Finals again. That would be something else to see. I would
Repeat of
love
the
that.
bubble.
It would be awesome. Especially that
Lakers
one's
Celtics
an 8
too.
seed and the other one's a 7 seed.
Lakers Celtics too. That'd be
Lakers
something.
Celtics too would be
Lakers,
something.
Celtics.
I just
How
don't
much
I
we
just don't want
dropping
us
on
to get
tickets
rigged
there?
again like we did in January. I just hope we don't get rigged again like that game if we
Oh,
play the
heck
Celtics.
no. Heck no. Aaron and I are about to drop some major money on those tickets, right? Lakers
You
in Boston.
know, you know
Guys
when
are
they
so
say
lucky.
for certain reasons, we'll see what happens. But one game, one series at a time.
Man, we can only dream, right?
Can only dream, but
Of course.
And you know
We'll-
what?
we'll see what
Speaking
happens.
speaking of the Celtics,
yes.
Boston's leading the series 2-1 right now against Philly. Philly got so lucky that last game. Marcus Smart missing
Yes.
that game-winning shot.
Mhm.
My God, I was so happy. But
Same.
I predicted Celtics and Sixers to go to Game 7. Do you guys still stand by that, or do you guys see Boston just taking the next game and probably winning against Philly? Because Philly was very close to losing that game. I feel like as much as I want to believe in Philly, Boston's like Miami. They just want it more. I feel like they just want it more. What do you guys think?
I think when the Celtics gave up 42 points in the paint is the reason why they lost that game.
I'm sorry, excuse me. The series is actually 2-2. It's tied.
But yeah, it's tied, but
Yeah,
it's okay.
I'm sorry.
Thanks, Tyson.
Very good. And I think obviously, I think giving up 42 points in the paint is big. I think it honestly comes down to the defense for both teams. Both teams, fantastic defensive talent on there. I think I'm still going with a 7-game series, 100%.
Yes.
I don't think this is anything less than 7. I think almost everybody would tell you. I think almost everybody would probably say at this point, probably 7 games. Maybe at the most 6, but my gut tells me 7 games. They're just two really good teams this year. Obviously Jason Tatum playing out of his mind. What is it? He almost put up like a Devin Booker stat of like 40 points in like more of like 4 or 5 consecutive games in a row. And he's shooting out of his mind right now. The interesting part, I think, when it comes to the Sixers is James Harden. You don't see his name too often, like putting up a bunch of points, as he used to about probably a year or two ago. I used to see that average about 35, 40 a game probably or more. James Harden is now the point guard, basically. And he just says, look, I will do whatever I have to do. If I have to, score 40 points today and ball out today, then I'm going to score 40 and still get my team involved if I only have to score 25 and get 15 assists in the game, and that means that we won the game. He's definitely, I'd say, the difference being between him this year versus him a few years ago. I feel like James Harden has definitely matured on this team. I feel like Daryl Morey's really kind of said, look, you're at the point in your career that says, do you need to care about scoring or do you want to be a team player? And you're seeing that a lot more about the Sixers. You're seeing that a lot more about their identity this year. Don't get me wrong. It basically comes down to defense this year. But definitely going to see what happens. But I definitely will say 7-game series for this game.
Yeah, definitely agree. It's going to be a 7-game series. It's the two best teams. It's the two best teams in the Eastern Conference. Easily, it's going to a 7-game series. You have Joel Embiid, who's the best center in the game. You have Jason Tatum, who's one of the best shooting guards in the game. Well, sorry, one of the best small forwards in the game. Jaylen Brown, one of the best shooting guards in the game. James Harden is finally playing like the James Harden that we've always known. That Houston Rockets James Harden is officially back. We saw him game 1. and we saw him in Game 4. Game 4, he actually saved the Sixers. That 3-point shot in the overtime gave them a guaranteed win. If not for that shot, they were going to lose and they were going to go down 3-1. But obviously, being Laker fans, like, obviously you want the Sixers to win that series, obviously. But, like, it's easily going to go to 7. It's going back to Boston Game 5. I think Celtics are going to take that. Then I think the Sixers are going to take Game 6 and Game 7 after. I think it's going to be Sixers and Heat conference finals. And we're probably going to have Lakers and Sixers NBA finals. That would be something else.
That'd be something different.
To see the King versus Embiid, that would be a hell of a series. And that would be tough to call, honestly, in my opinion.
I don't know. I think I'm going to change up my prediction. I feel like as much as I want Philly to take it in 7, I think Boston's going to take it in 6. In my opinion.
Celtics in 6. Interesting.
Yeah. I don't
Very
know.
interesting.
I feel like that last game was way too close. And if they would have made that game-winning shot, man, it would have been up 3-2 right now. They just got lucky. I feel like I don't want Boston to win. Don't get me wrong, guys. But as much as I would love to see that, Maddie, I would love to see something different, like Lakers versus Sixers in the finals. That'd be crazy.
It would be.
I see it being Lakers versus Boston or Lakers versus Heat. I don't see it being the Sixers as much as it would be cool to see it. That's just my take on it. But I mean, if you feel free to disagree, that's just my prediction.
Dina, it's your opinion. You're allowed to say your opinion.
I don't know. I'm still going with 7. I mean, that's
I
just
say
me.
7 as well.
I want it to go to 7. Shit, I want
think
these teams to get tired out.
You know what though? That's the interesting part too. Is like all these series they go on. You know, even with the Denver series as well. If that series goes out 7 games as well, it just, you know, technically speaking, you know, obviously the big ifs, because it's game by game by game. If the Lakers close out that game, you know, if they close it out on Wednesday night, if they close it out, they'd get what, 4 days off, 3 days off, something like that. That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
When you get rest now, I mean, look, like, I don't know, like, I could literally ask you guys this now. Like, do you guys really like the games being every other day? I mean, you know,
for entertainment purposes, yes.
It's fun, yeah.
But for them, no, because I want them to rest.
Yeah, I agree with Medina.
Honestly, guys, I have to point this out. Imagine if we do win the next game, Lakers take it in 5 again, and all these other teams are struggling and going to game 7. I'm just saying, our team is it. We are it.
We're literally pulling that Michael Jordan, not going to a game 7.
Heck yeah.
Gotta keep the foot down.
And I also want to touch base on the Nuggets and Suns. They're also tied 2-2 right now. This is a very good series going on as well. I think that this is going to go to a game 7. My prediction is Nuggets take it in 7. They played one heck of a game last night. Jokic has been averaging some really good points. I think he had like almost 50 points last night. Devin Booker's been averaging about 35 plus a game. These two teams are going off on each other. Man, this series is also something exciting to watch, but I think the number 1 seed in the West is going to probably win it in game 7. What are your guys' predictions? Has anything changed? Why? Why not?
The only reason why I think it's different. If Chris Paul was playing, I'd say 7-game series, without a doubt. One of the best point guards. Chris Paul being out, the groin injury, maybe not. He's a big deal for your team. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Devin Booker been playing. I mean, look, Devin Booker's been playing absolutely phenomenal. I will praise that guy because I appreciate the good scores. You know, I appreciate good talent, and you know what, it goes for it. Doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter what team you're on. You know, I appreciate the good play, the players that just sit there and ball out every game. And I feel like obviously Devin Booker um, is just balling out right now. I think Durant has been there. I think Durant's been doing well. Obviously, he dropped 36 in that game. Um, but I just think I don't think it could be Booker and Durant. I think you need Chris Paul in there because your ball movement. There's a lot of times where you watch the Suns. When I was watching that game, and the Suns were just stagnant. They didn't know what to do. It's like scramble mode, and that's not championship winning basketball to me. Um, that's not telling me they're confident and trusting their teammates. Obviously, with Durant being out for a good period of the time just because of health, I feel like you can definitely see that still in certain aspects of what sets they run. How do they get along. The turnovers. Um, but to be honest, I think and obviously credit the team as well. There wasn't that many turnovers in the last game, 13-9, which isn't bad. But I definitely say without Chris Paul, I don't think this series goes to 7 games because I think with him, it adds it adds a playmaker on there. It's a little bit less stress. Booker can play off ball. Durant can play off ball. Get their ISO sets ready to go, and you see a lot more action in a screen and roll. Without him, I just can't see it. I don't think. I think Denver's just going to take advantage of that. I think Denver's just going to keep attacking the rim. Denver has too many options to deal with, and I just feel like they're the healthier team in this series.
Chris Paul not playing is a big factor for the Suns not winning all their games, but can't take away what Devin Booker's been doing. He's probably been the best player in the playoffs right now. He's literally pulling up like Jordan stats. He's averaging like 37 a game every single night. Kevin Durant's not that far behind, averaging like 32 per game. But it's kind of hard to call because Nikola Jokic is still Nikola Jokic. 2-time league MVP. We know what he's going to do. Honestly, in my opinion, I think I'm going to say 7 games like Medina just because, I don't know. I just feel like these two are just like big heavyweights playing against each other. And I feel like every game is going to be like Nuggets win, Suns win, Nuggets win, Suns win. But I'm going to say Nuggets in 7 just because I feel like they have experience. They have way more experience. They've been there for a good 5 years now in the playoffs. I think it's going to be Nuggets-Lakers conference finals. We're going to get a rematch of the conference finals from the bubble.
I love to see it. One guy you guys are actually missing out on last night. He went off for the Suns. Landry Shamet. Oh my God. That guy had some crazy 3-pointers he shot that last quarter. I think he had 19 points last night. Uh, Devin Booker and Durant had 36. Yeah, Schmidt had 19 points. That was a big help to their win last night, too. Even without Chris Paul being there, the Suns have bench players that show up, guys. I wouldn't count this team out just yet. As much as I don't like the Suns and I don't want to praise them, I have to give credit where credit is due. I love saying that because it's true. Not only is Devin Jenner, aka Devin Booker, one of the best players on that team, but they got some good bench players that you cannot miss out on. This team shows up every game, even with Chris Paul, without Chris Paul. So don't count them out yet. Still say Denver in 7 because, like Manny said, I think they just have more experience too. But they're going to make it challenging for Denver to get that win. They're going to be tired out by the end of the series, which is going to be good for the Lakers. So I'm hoping.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, I almost forgot about Landry Shamet as well. He balled out. He made some. I was watching that game from pretty much start to finish, and he just made some clutch threes. Man, you would have never. I think even the broadcast team was just kind of like dumbfounded because they said, "Oh my God!" Like this guy's literally just sit there and making the biggest clutch threes you can ask for. Underrated players. Obviously, Lonnie Walker for the Lakers. underrated player, just absolutely balled out. Landry Shamet, underrated player. I mean, look, we can come up with probably 6 more guys that are all underrated players this year that have absolutely shined for their team. I think it's still. I mean, look, I think for the record wise, and people have looked at this series. A lot of people are still going to say 7. I'm going to still go with 6 because of what I'm seeing. But you never know who's going to step up. And that's, I think, the thing about the playoffs is the thing that's been crazy. And I think it's been, like, mind-blowing because you just look at it and you're saying, like, okay, this guy's 1 for 3, or his shooting percentage is 30-40% from the field. And he hit some of the biggest baskets in his career. And, I feel like you've seen a lot more of that this year. I don't know what you guys honestly think about it. I think it's been a lot more this year in the last few years now that you're seeing all these younger guys come out and just absolutely just take their chances. And the teams are, and the veterans are believing in these guys and saying, look, like, for instance, like a Jordan Poole kind of person, just to say, great, you want to take a 3 to tie the game, take a 3 to tie the game. You want to, sit there and have someone have someone trapped, and you have to be the guy that shoots it, and you've had a terrible shooting night. Shoot. I think a lot of people miss out on that part. Is shooters will always shoot, and even with this game, I think Devin Booker, I think he's not going to go away. This two man is too damn good of a player to just sit there and not go out there and ball out for his team. So I'm still going with 6, but you know what? We'll see what happens game by game.
Oh, yep. This playoff series is far from over, guys. So much that can still happen. Long way to go before we get to the finals. But guess what? We're going to be here every step of the way to cover each and every game. Pre-game,
right.
post-game. Heck yes. And just remember, guys, make sure you guys are following our pages, The Ultimate Sports Show, on our Twitter, our Instagram. Follow, like, subscribe on YouTube. Hit that what is it called? The live notification button for when we go live. You guys don't want to miss a show.
Subscribe button.
Yes, the subscribe button. It's late. We're sleep deprived, but We're happy with tonight and the outcome of it. Thank you guys so much for tuning into our show. We're the Ultimate Sports Show. Medina, Manny, Aaron. Have a great night, guys.